Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing good. Daxton here, Weir Family Farms. I want to make this video. So this is I call it a rolling island workbench. I built over the past couple weeks. Not perfect, but it'll definitely do for what I'm going to use it for. This part right here is for this table saw that I've taken the legs off of is going to set. And I have a really big work area, and then I've put some polyacrylic on top of it. 2 coats, and it'll protect this wood from abrasions and stuff like that a lot better. But I'm going to try and put this a shop vac integrated into this to where it can go in and out really easily without much lifting or problems or anything, or it can be used right here where it's going to be. Now what I've done is I've taken my shop vac and it measures, I can't remember now, a little over, I'm not even going to say because I don't remember. Maybe 16 inches, but that doesn't quite sound right. But I'm not sure how good you can see my line here. It's kind of dark under this area. But I put the vacuum here upside down, just the bucket part of the vacuum, and I traced the line around it, and then I've put straight edges. A straight edge right there, same way over here, straight edge. So it's kind of like a U, and my thought is that I'll be able to push the vacuum into here, and it should be able to kind of rest here. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna make it to where it can rest up. I'm fine with the wheels being on the ground, so that way it's kind of supporting itself, and that way it can roll in and out, like I said. Without you really having to lift it or anything, because when they start getting quite a bit of stuff vacuumed up in, and they can be heavy, and it just makes it to where, like, I don't really want to vacuum. But anyway, so this is what I'm going to try to do. I started using that deal, but when I'm working with something this big, it was just a lot easier to empty the vacuum, turn it upside down, draw halfway around it, and then draw my lines out so the vacuum can slide in. So what I'm going to try to do next is cut it. And this 2x4 down here on the bottom, it is obviously part of the frame supporting it. So I'm also gonna have to figure something else out under there and kind of, frame under it to make it stronger and still kind of complete the frame, so to speak. And what else was I gonna say? I'm gonna try to cut it out, and it'll be the plywood, and I'll be cutting this out. I'll probably use a jigsaw here to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting and see where we get. So I used my Sawzall for this part to cut through the 2x4. Really, I should have tried to do some kind of frame first, because when I did cut that, I felt the whole thing kind of buckle, as there was no support, nothing tying this to the frame in this area, and just kind of gave out because there's obviously not very good support here, and it makes this leg quite a bit weaker. So I'm definitely gonna have to do something fairly strong. Right now I only have wheels in the 4 corners, but it'll probably be good long term if I put some on these middle 2x4s that I left hanging down too. And by the way, I'm still gonna stain all this. If you're wondering about that, I just didn't get that far. It's been really cold, and I need to really go outside to stain the rest so I don't get stain all over the floor. So all right, now I'm gonna to use this old skill jigsaw here and try to cut the shape out. All right, jigsaw cut. Pretty nice cut. I'm pretty happy with it overall. Here's the piece that's cut out. And to see, and I did cut a little bit bigger than the line since my pencil kind of curved in the way I had to hold it when I was drawing my line on there. Pretty nice fit. Just a little loose, but that's kind of how I want. Now I'm gonna try to roll it in there and see what happens. Pretty nice fit. It moves. There's probably, I don't know, ½ inch give or so. All right, so since the wheels on this shop vac suck, I'm worried when I go to try to move this, the whole island, which is kind of the point, to be able to move it around when needed. these wheels are gonna give me trouble. So I'll probably, my little support deals, I'm gonna try to do like right here to, you know, keep the vacuum at whatever height I want. I'm gonna make it probably towards just above the ground, so it doesn't have to be lifted up much, but to where these wheels don't really come in contact with the ground, if that makes sense. I just put that up in there so you can kind of see how that sets in there. So I got to cut some 18-inch boards to hook on there and run back. 2x4 will come over here and kind of do the same little kind of square frame around under it. So I had to get under there, which wasn't an easy task, but I was able to make the square frame right here. And I have to go through, I'm gonna put some screws down into this to help hold that plywood and kind of tie all this together. And I'm also considering adding another one of these support posts right here, only but in this corner, since this corner sticks out quite a ways and there's not really anything supporting it. I feel there's a little bit of give, but I just worry over time and with weight and stuff, I'd probably be happier, because like this post right here is in this corner and it's holding this pretty good. It's small, but this is quite a pretty big ledge with no support, since that board doesn't run directly across there anymore. Screws added. Okay, so now I put these boards here. I don't think this angle is really gonna help me much besides to slide it up. I'll show you. Get it, it just barely pulls it off the ground. I just got lucky that the 2x4s were good enough. And I kind of angled these in just a little bit, so it kind of makes the vacuum tight, so it shouldn't try to fall out. Hopefully. I don't know if you can, how well you can see, but I mean, you're talking 1/8 of an inch off the ground. This wheel over here is wanting to touch the ground. I'm not sure if it's just the plastic of the vacuum. I mean, it's not like full pressure, but it is still touching it. Again, if I do another one of these posts over here, that would technically, I'd be able to pull it up just a little bit, so that might help too. But otherwise, all in all, it's exactly what I was looking for. I just have to figure out some type of hook deal up in here or something to kind of help hold this out of the way. I'm not really too sure about that. And of course, the cord will go up in there. And I'll probably make it with some type of nice workshop, woodworking, whatever, power strip, one of the heavy duty ones, plug this into, and the table saw into, and put it under there. So then I can just run one of my cords that I have coming from the ceiling into just one outlet, and I can use everything on here. So thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye. I added another support in right here. Now, wheels are off the ground. I think there's something messed up maybe with the plastic a little bit, because this table's really level, but this wheel sets higher, or how this attaches, or it's hard telling. But so I just went ahead and went on through and stained all the rest of it before I figured I'd finish up the video. Looks a little nicely too, and I needed to do it. I was careful and did it here on the inside, but the stain's still drying. I don't want to scratch it up, because I'm going to put some type of, I'll probably use some polyacrylic like I did on the top here, that protects it really good down here to stop this from scratching. But I'll try to put it in there carefully so you can see what it looks like. And that's how it'll set in there, just like that. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.